The sun low over Willow Creek, a quiet suburban neighborhood where manicured lawns and picket fences screamed order and conformity. My name's Ethan Caldwell, and I'm not your typical resident here. By day, I'm the police chief of our small town, but at home, I'm just a guy who loves his 1967 Ford Mustang Mach 1, cherry red. Chrome polished to a mirror shine, it's my pride and joy. I keep it in my garage, tinkering on weekends, the roar of its V8 engine a rare treat when I take it for a spin. Most folks in Willow Creek admire it from afar, but not Karen Whitaker, the HOA president with a vendetta against anything that doesn't fit her vision of neighborhood perfection. Karen's the kind of person who measures grass height with a ruler and sends passive-aggressive letters about trash cans left out past 7 a.m. Her latest obsession? My Mustang. She claimed its excessive noise violated HOA noise ordinances, even though I rarely drove it. Last month, she slapped a $200 fine on my doorstep for unauthorized vehicle modifications. I laughed it off and paid, not wanting the hassle. Big mistake. That only emboldened her. It was a Saturday afternoon when things escalated. I was in my garage, polishing the Mustang's hood, when Karen's 17-year-old son, Brandon, sauntered up my driveway. He was a lanky kid with a smirk that screamed entitlement, wearing a backwards cap and blasting music from his phone. Yo, nice car, man, he said, leaning against my mailbox like he owned it. Bet it's fast. Thanks, I replied, keeping my tone neutral. I didn't trust that gleam in his eye. You should let me take it for a spin. I got my license last week. He grinned like he'd just offered me a favor. I chuckled, wiping my hands on a rag. Sorry, kid. Nobody drives this car but me. His smirk faded. Come on, don't be a jerk. My mom says you're always causing trouble with this thing. Let me drive it, or I'll tell her you're being uncooperative. I raised an eyebrow. Uncooperative? Tell your mom to talk to me herself. Brandon scoffed, muttering something about old guys, and stormed off. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The next morning I woke to a certified letter from the HOA. Karen demanded I either cease operation of my Mustang or face a $500 fine for disturbing the peace. Attached was a blurry photo of my car parked in my own driveway, timestamped at 2 a.m., with a note claiming it was idling excessively. I hadn't even touched the car that night. Something was off. I decided to confront Karen. I knocked on her door, letter in hand. She answered in a pink tracksuit, her blonde bob as sharp as her attitude. Ethan, she said, folding her arms. I assume you're here to apologize? For what? I held up the letter. This is nonsense. My car wasn't running at 2 a.m. Where'd you get this photo? She sniffed. My son saw you working on it late last night. He's very observant. Brandon? The kid who asked to drive my car yesterday? Sounds like he's got a motive. Her eyes narrowed. Are you accusing my son of lying? I'll have you know, I'm escalating this to the authorities if you don't comply. I smirked. Go ahead, Karen. Call them. She slammed the door in my face. I wasn't worried. As police chief, I'd know if a complaint came through. But I underestimated how far Karen's entitlement went and how much Brandon wanted that joyride. That evening, I got a call from dispatch. Chief, we've got a complaint about a loud vehicle at your address. Officer Daniels is en route. I sighed. Tell Daniels I'll handle it. When Officer Daniels, a rookie with a buzz kit and a nervous habit of adjusting his belt, showed up, I invited him in for coffee. Karen Whitaker's at it again, huh? I said. He nodded, embarrassed. She insisted we investigate, said her son's traumatized by the noise. Traumatized? I laughed. Send her my way next time? Daniels left, but I knew this wasn't over. Karen's complaint was a power play, and Brandon's obsession with my Mustang was the spark. I installed a security camera in my garage that night. Just in case, Monday morning, I was at the station reviewing reports when my phone buzzed. It was my neighbor Tom, a retired mechanic who kept an eye on my place when I was at work. Ethan, you might want to check your security footage, he said. Saw Brandon Whitaker sneaking around your garage at dawn. My blood ran cold. I logged into my camera app and rewatched the footage. Sure enough, at 5:47 a.m., Brandon crept into my driveway, hoodie up, trying the garage door handle. It was locked, but he lingered, peering through the window at my Mustang like a kid eyeing candy. He even took a selfie with the car in the background before slinking off. I called Tom back. Thanks for the heads up, I'm handling this. Don't go too hard on the kid, Tom said. His mom's the real problem. Oh, I know, I replied. Karen's reign of HOA terror had to end, but I needed evidence to shut her down. For good. That afternoon, I printed stills from the footage and drove to Karen's house. She was on her porch, sipping iced tea and typing furiously on her laptop, probably drafting another HOA violation notice. Karen, I said, holding up the photos. Your son was trespassing on my property this morning. Care to explain? She barely glanced at the pictures. Brandon was probably just admiring your car. He's passionate about vehicles. You should be flattered. Flattered? He tried to break into my garage. That's absurd. She snapped. He's a good kid. You're just trying to deflect from your own violations. I took a deep breath. Karen, drop the HOA nonsense, or I'll file a formal complaint for trespassing. Her face turned red. You wouldn't dare. I have influence in this town. One call to the mayor, and you'll regret this. I smirked. Try me. The next day, Karen made good on her threat. I got a call from Mayor Jenkins, an old friend who knew my role as chief. Ethan, Karen Whitaker's claiming you're harassing her and her son. What's going on? I explained the situation, including the footage. Jenkins sighed. She's been flooding my office with complaints about everyone. Handle it discreetly, will you? Discreet's my middle name, I said but Karen wasn't done. That evening, my security app pinged again. This time, Brandon wasn't alone. He and two buddies, all in hoodies, were in my driveway at midnight, carrying what looked like a crowbar. My Mustang was still safe in the locked garage, but they were clearly up to no good. I called dispatch from my personal phone, keeping my chief status out of it. Possible break-in at my address, I said. Send a patrol car, no lights. Officers Daniels and Lopez arrived within minutes. I watched from my window as they caught Brandon and his friends red-handed, trying to jimmy the garage door. The kids froze, dropping the crowbar. Daniels cuffed them and called for backup. I stepped outside, playing the concerned homeowner. What's going on, officers? Daniels explained, glancing at the kids. Caught them trying to break in. You want to press charges? I looked at Brandon, who was pale and shaking. Not yet. Take them to the station. I'll deal with this tomorrow. As they drove off, I knew Karen would lose it when she found out. Sure enough, at 2 a.m., my phone rang. It was her. You had my son arrested? She shrieked. This is personal now, Ethan. You're finished in this town. Karen, I said calmly, your son tried to steal my car. Come to the station tomorrow. We'll talk. She hung up. I didn't sleep much that night, knowing the showdown was coming. The next morning, I walked into the police station. In my chief's uniform, badge gleaming. Karen was already there, pacing the lobby, her face a mix of fury and entitlement. Brandon sat in a holding room, looking like a kid who just realized actions have consequences. Karen, I said, stepping behind the front desk. Her jaw dropped. You're the police chief? Surprise, I said, motioning to a meeting room. Let's talk. Inside, I laid out the evidence, the security footage, the crowbar, and witness statements from Tom and another neighbor who'd seen Brandon's crew. Karen's confidence crumbled as I played the video of her son trying to break into my garage. He didn't mean any harm. She insisted, he just loves cars. You provoked him by refusing to let him drive it. Asterisk, I leaned forward. Karen, your son committed a crime, and you've been enabling him with these baseless HOA complaints. This stops now. Asterisk, she crossed her arms. What do you want? Asterisk. First, drop all HOA fines against me. Second, resign as president. You've abused your power long enough. Third, Brandon does community service and I won't press charges. Asterisk, her eyes widened. You can't force me to resign. Asterisk, I can't, I agreed, but the mayor's getting tired of your complaints, and I've got enough evidence to make your life very uncomfortable. Asterisk, Karen glared, but she knew she was cornered. After a tense silence, she nodded. Fine, but this isn't over, Asterisk. It is, I said. And if you or Brandon come near my Mustang again, you'll deal with the full weight of the law. Asterisk, she stormed out, dragging Brandon with her. True to her word, the HOA fines vanished, and a week later, Karen announced her resignation, citing personal reasons. The neighborhood threw a quiet celebration. Tom brought beers, and we toasted. To a Karen-free Willow Creek, Asterisk, Brandon started community service, cleaning up the local park. I saw him there one day, sweeping leaves, and he apologized. I just thought your car was cool, he mumbled. Asterisk. Next time, ask nicely, I said, and stay out of trouble. Asterisk, as for my Mustang, it's still the star of my garage. I take it out more now. The V8's rumble a reminder that some things are worth standing up for. Karen moved away a month later, and Willow Creek's never been more peaceful.